Hey guys, what is up? I'm sorry I haven't been uploading in a while. I recently got a new job and shit's been busy with that. But anyways, I'm here and I've got a really interesting video for you guys. As you know, other YouTubers like tell like stories and shit that have happened in their life. A lot of them are fake. None of these stories I'm going to be telling are fake. And the first one I'm going to start off with is what I like to call the sock police. Now, I've written papers on this in 8th grade to pass English class and senior year to pass English class. They've been told a couple times, but I've never really like came out about it. So anyways, you got to remember, in this video I'm really young. So my parents, they can't watch me over the weekdays. This is during the summer. They can't watch me over the weekdays. They both work. So they sent me to my grandparents' house, and got a note that they live like 25 miles away from my house. So it's like maybe a half an hour drive around that. So I'm there, and the thing about my grandparents is they're Italian. They were born in Sicily and stuff. Is they are very strict on things. Can't go in the basement without socks, shirt, pants on. Can't go outside without socks and shoes on. And if I do, oh my god, I would get my ass beat. Not like literally, because they weren't abusive or anything. I'm not saying that. They're amazing grandparents. I love them really much. But no, I would be in serious shit if something like that happened. And, oh my god. So, anyways, one morning, my grandma was at work, because at the time she was still working. My grandpa was out in the garden. And, I woke up, I had cereal, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go outside and play some, wiffle ball, because that's what I loved to do, when I was little. And you gotta remember, I'm like, I don't know how old I am in this story, 5 or 4 years old, something like that, I don't know. So I try to get my sock on, and it's like getting stuck, and I really can't get my sock on. And I know that I'll get my ass kicked if I go outside and I don't have that sock on. So my first intention is, because I couldn't get my grandpa's attention because he was out in the garden, and they had a big ass backyard. They still do. And so I knew I couldn't get his attention. My grandma was at work, and my parents were at work. But for some reason, I thought I could call the home phone and get their attention. And what I was going to do is I was going to call the home phone to have them come drive the half an hour to me to help me put my sock on. But the whole reason I was there was because they were at work. So I don't know what was going through my head at that time. But I remembered I didn't know the home phone number by heart at the time. The only number I knew was 911. So I thought 911 might have my my parents' phone number, right? So I called 911. They're like, 911, what's your emergency? I'm like, yeah, I can't get my sock on. Apparently she didn't understand me or some shit. She's like, okay, what's your address? I didn't know the address, so they had to, of course, look at the number and stuff and figure that out. And they're like, okay, we'll be right there. So I'm like, oh, cool, they're gonna help put my sock on. Now, we always use the back door at my grandparents' house, right? We never use the front door. The front door's got like it had like a broken lock on it, or a broken doorknob. So we couldn't really open it, especially for my like 4-year-old, 5-year-old strength. I couldn't open that door for some reason. So the police get there about 5 minutes later, because we live like right near the police department. Or my grandparents did, whatever. So they pull up, they look through the window, they knock, and I point to go around back. They come around back, I let them in through the back door, and they're like, okay, where's the emergency? I'm like, it's right here. And they're like, what's the emergency? I'm like, I can't put my sock on. So they look at me, and I don't remember really much after that. All I know is my grandpa came in, his face was red, like really fucking red, like beer cup red. And all I know is that after that, I sat in a corner for about 2 to 3 hours with soap in my mouth. And normally soap in mouth is used as a punishment for swearing. Nah, with my grandparents, it's used as a punishment for everything. So and then after my parents picked me up, they found out about what my grandparents, or what I did, and I got in even more trouble from there. But yeah, that's the story of the quote-unquote sock police. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like. If you want to hear more stories, let me know in the comments. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.